Shalom, Zion. Shalom. Shalom to all the 12 tribes that are scattered all around this world. I just want to share something really quick with you guys. I know all of you guys are aware of what's happening all across this land. And I believe all this is happening all according to Yah's divine plan. I want to title this quick message, Rome is burning. Rome is burning. Most of you guys know that the United States is a picture perfect copy of Rome. We share a lot of qualities with ancient Rome. I'm not going to get into them right now, but you guys know that. Rome is not just the Roman Catholic Church, but Rome is a government, religious entity. So I'm going to focus today on Rome, the USA, is burning. Why is it burning? Why are these things happening? Well, I believe that it's prophecy being unfolding right before our eyes. I believe it's part of the Hebrew awakening in these days. Why do I believe that? Because last year was the 400 year prophecy for the tribe of Yehuda. It was 400 years last year. And it is no coincidence that this year we've been seeing all kinds of just bizarre things happening all around the world, not just here in the States. And if the virus, if you guys paid attention, the Chinese people, instead of taking credit or taking responsibility for what happened, who did they blame? That's right. They blamed the black Hebrews, our black brothers. They went as far as trying to get rid of them out of their country by spreading false lies and saying that they were the ones responsible for this virus. Then we can get no reprieve when just these last days, now we have a virus of another sort. And this virus attacks the heart, the love of one human being to another, to the point where we kill people. Probably, and I'm not going to go there, but I believe it's racially motivated. Now, why is Rome burning? If you can recall, during the time of the Messiah, shortly thereafter, after he came to fulfill prophecy and to unite the two kingdoms, the kingdom of Yehuda with the kingdom of Yasharel, he also came to fulfill prophecy, beginning the awakening of Ephraim by bringing the stick of Yehuda with the stick of Ephraim, having one stick in his hand, the kingdom of Yasharel. And I believe that's where we find ourselves today. All you'd have to do is look around. As I said, just a year ago, the Hebrew nation began to awake. The tribe of Yehuda is in full motion now. And they're growing by the moment, by the day, by the hour. On the other side, Ephraim may have gotten a start on the Hebrews, on the black Hebrews. But now the two sticks are beginning to gain strength. And what happens? Rome has to stop it. Rome has to quench the move of God. Hasatan, the serpent seed, knows that his time is near. And he will do everything and anything to stop it. So if anyone knows a little bit about history, in AD 64, the Roman Emperor Nero, to stop the Hebrews, ordered to burn down the city of Rome, ordering to set fire to his own city. Now that takes planning. That takes Hasatan to be able to do that to your own people. But as far-fetched as that may seem, that's exactly what's happening today. Don't believe for a minute that this isn't orchestrated by Rome, the USA, and special interest groups, because it is. All you need to do, Hebrews, is look at the TV or look at other reports that are not mainstream. And what will you see? You will see that the vast majority of those who are creating mayhem and destruction are of Roman descent, are Caucasian, are white. Now, I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to say that the white people are responsible for it. But what I am saying is that there's obviously an agenda behind this. The Hebrews don't want to destroy their own neighborhoods. They don't want to loot from their own stores. I know. I lived through the LA riots. And we took a long time to recover from the looting and setting fires in our own cities, in our own little neighborhoods. It took a long time. So I'm hoping that 20 some years later, 30 years later, we wouldn't repeat the same mistakes. But as I said, as I look at media reports outside of mainstream, the vast majority of them are not black. Now, what really made me do this message was a video that I saw today. I saw two black hooded people wearing all black with masks starting fire to a building, breaking windows, and vandalizing. And after they were done setting fire and doing all of this, they started writing on the wall the phrase, "Black Lives Matter." So you would have thought that they would have been black, right? They were not. They were two young Caucasian females. And the young lady who's filming is a black Hebrew. And she's telling them, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to this building? And then to top it all off, you're writing on their Black Lives Matter, which gives the impression that it was blacks who set fire to this place, that it was blacks who vandalized and looted this establishment. How dare you do that, she says. And I'm paraphrasing. And I was moved by that because then and there, in my spirit, I knew that I had to do a video. You see, Hebrews, Nero, Rome is setting fire to their own city. Why? Because the Most High is raising up his people. And Hasatan knows that. So he will do a scorch earth policy. What does that mean? He means that he'll destroy everything and anything so long as the Most High does not get his way. He is willing to destroy even his own, cause havoc and chaos within his own camp. And that's exactly what's happening, Hebrews. And what am I telling you? What's my message to you today? Don't fall for it. Let Rome burn. Let it burn. Don't get involved. I know it's hard not to let your emotions get the best of you. It's hard to see your people die for no reason. It's hard to relive the tales of yesteryear and hundreds of years going back. It's hard. I can't even imagine. But I want to sympathize. I want to advise you and give you godly counsel and say, don't fall for it. Hasatan wants to bait you in. He wants you to fight carnally because he knows that with the Most High, he doesn't stand a chance. When we allow the Most High to go before us and fight our battles, he doesn't stand a chance. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So, It is my belief that we are again experiencing a great move of the Most High. Ephraim is awakening, and Hasatan knows he has but a short time. Remain faithful to the end. Be like those early Hebrews, or which we're told are Christians, but they're Hebrews. The Hebrews, even though they were used as streetlights, Nero poured tar on them and then set them on fire and used them as streetlights, Hebrews. He killed them too. He tortured them for no reason. He was cruel. He was an antichrist, according to John in the book of Revelation. He took pleasure in killing Hebrews. He was known for putting dead carcasses on Hebrews and then allowing wild dogs to eat them alive. He was known for feeding whole families, men, women, and children, to lions for pleasure as they got shredded and chewed up. But one thing I take comfort in is that history tells us that as these Hebrews were dying, as they were dying and being chewed up and burned alive, they praised the Most High up until the very end. They never recanted their faith. They never turned their back on the Most High. They knew this wasn't their home. They knew they were just passing through. And that's my message for you today. We're just passing through. We're pilgrims and sojourners in this land. The Most High has prepared a place for us. No eye has seen, no ear heard, nor has the heart ever understood the things that the Most High has in store for us. All the early apostles, all the early followers of the Mashiach, they suffered. They died, including the apostles except for John. What makes us any different? Why should we not be persecuted? We're not going to get raptured. You know that, Hebrews. There's no such thing as a rapture. You're not going to escape it. We're going to go through all persecution. Why? Because the persecution means to squeeze or pressure. As we're being squeezed and persecuted, oil begins to pour out. And the oil represents, as my brother Milkoma said, oil is the lamp, or the oil is in our lamps, to shine bright, to be that city on the hill that can't be hidden, so that when we die for the Most High, if we should die, we glorify Him in our death. We glorify Him with our lives and our faith. Don't harm the oil or the wine, because some are going to be pressured and squeezed, and instead of oil, be wine. New wine. Don't harm the oil and the wine, says the Most High. We're going to be okay, Hebrews. It may not be easy. It may be downright very hard and difficult. But the Most High is in charge. He's in it. Don't get tugged into this fight. Don't get lured in or baited into this fight. Because after AD 64, starting in AD 66, some of the Hebrews joined the Jews in fighting against Rome. And 7 years later, Rome destroyed some of the Hebrews who joined the Jews in their fight against Rome. History is repeating itself. Don't join the camp of the Jews, of the fake Caucasian Jews, the mainstream media, and the rich elites. Remain faithful to the Most High. Those who endure to the end shall be saved, shall be delivered and shepherded to their home. Hallelujah. So I want to encourage you with that message. I hope it resonated. I hope it touched something in your spirit, because we're living in those days. It's the great awakening. My brothers, Yehuda, let's stand in unity. Let's stand as one. Don't have that crab in the bucket mentality. Let's work together. There's plenty to go around. This is a land, or the land that Yah has prepared for us, is flowing with milk and honey. May the Most High bless you, brothers. All my mishpachah, all my family. Stay strong in the Most High. Stay faithful to the truth, to the Torah, to all of the Most High's word. All of it. Stay in the path, in the narrow way. Difficult as it may be, but the Mashiach said that only few would find it. Only the faithful few, the remnant. Are you one of them?